Sandra Wisdom, and I was an educator for 32 years. That's a long time to be anything, isn't it? You know, I loved every minute of it, but I especially loved the years with the little children. Those first graders who were so exuberant and kept me on my toes, I'll tell you. When the parents would come to talk to me, we would have such good times together, especially those parents who came and their children were doing well. Those who had had great experience with vocabulary building prior to coming to school. I mean, that was always a joy. But oh, how I dreaded those times with parents whose children were still struggling with vocabulary, because I knew that I would have a message to give them that would be difficult to hear. And they always would ask me for, a concrete idea or ideas, and I always had them ready so they could go home and practice with their children. I don't think parents intend for their children to fail in school, of course. I think that sometimes they don't know how to work with their children. They don't have the strategies that teachers have because we're trained to do that, or we just innately learn it as we work with kids. And so I think it's good for us to sit down and really set examples and strategies and planning times with parents and those people who take care of children, caregivers, grandparents, guardians, anyone who has the total care of children in their hands, that they be aware of the ways they can develop vocabulary. Success or failure in school really starts way before the child gets there. Sometimes I think we believe that it's the teacher's fault if a child doesn't progress at a certain rate of speed, and to be honest, sometimes it is. But we have to remember that from the time children are born up until they come to school, they've had 5 or 6 years of living. 5 or 6 years of experience with sight and sound and taste, with touch. They've had these experiences, hopefully, with people who have taken their little hands and had them touch something or given them something to smell. And those are the children, truthfully, who come more prepared to be learners. Those are the children who feel really secure when they come to school. But there are a great number of children who come to school and they are not ready because there's been a void in their learning. For whatever reason, there's been some lapses, and so they haven't had those same experiences, basically, that have to do with the senses that other children have. So I thought maybe because I have some of these ideas in my head, and I've used them with children, and I'm using them with my grandson Parker, who is 2.5 now, that I know these things work. I've seen them work. I'm seeing them work now. And the great part about this is you don't have to go to the newest toy store in town, and you don't have to spend a lot of money. You really don't. You can do these things at home. You can do these things in the car or on a walk, sitting in bed, telling a story, snuggled in a chair, at the grocery store. There's just so many places that you can take advantage of giving children that boost in vocabulary development, and it doesn't require spending any money. And I thought that was really the very best part of it, that there's really not a lot that you have to do except just learn these things on your own, and that's why I'm here to help you.